All right, so I'm just waiting for about 5 minutes to see if people come on here or not. And if people don't come on here, I'm gonna still talk. Y'all can see the replay. Let me get some stuff set up. All right. What can I see?
The table, I bring
I'm here. Hey, Christopher, how you doing? I'm gonna give it like 3 more minutes, and then we're gonna talk about the sisters. Because I think it come on next Wednesday. I want to say it comes on Wednesday, so we finna talk about what's about to happen. I don't know if y'all saw the preview for what I guess the end of the season. I guess the next couple episodes that's fitting to come on. Okay, I'm good. Christopher been busy trying to focus on his business and getting my house back in order after everything. So, child, it's been a mess. But and I did watch Married at First Sight, but I'm so over that show. So I don't know if y'all gonna get a review or not. I did actually watch last week's episode. Wrote the notes up for the review, but yeah. I just don't have the energy to get on here and talk about it because I'm pretty much over the season. I honestly just want to know if they're gonna make it or not. So yeah, whatever. But Christopher, did you see the preview for the upcoming season or the other half of Sisters? Because it was good. All right, I'm just gonna jump into it. So last season it ended. Well, not last season because it's the same season. What's the season 3? Is it season 3, y'all? Season 3. To be honest, I missed you. I don't do reality TV, so the only recaps of yours are. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. Season 3. Okay, so season 3. It went up to episode 12, and then we got like the mid-season finale type thing. So, at the end of that one, we saw Danny acting the plum fool with Preston. I think she gonna mess up their whole relationship with him, and that's a shame because I really like Rodeo, and she was acting all like iffy and stuff, like she don't know if she want to be with him, and whatever. I only saw her remember person. Yeah, well, she was acting a fool. So I'm gonna go back over what happened in the last episode from what I remember because I haven't watched it since. When did the last come on, child? It came on what? August or something? Or no? July. It's been a long time, and I missed the show. Like the show is trash. It's just ridiculous, but it's a good show, and it's entertaining, and I like reviewing it because it's just that dumb. I like reviewing it. So at the end of the season, Danny was acting like she was over Preston because he was living in the house with her and she needed her space and yada yada yada. Um, so he left and now she was in the house by herself and seeming like she was happy that he had left. Karen, her and Zach finally like separated and stuff, and then her and Aaron looked like they was going forth or whatever. And Aaron asked her to marry him, and she laughed, basically laughed and told him, "Look, just watch this TV, eat this popcorn." Gary was in the hey DW. Gary was in some tangle web with the sex therapist, and Andy came in there, caught him. Then basically she told him to take that ring off, which again, who gonna put on a ring that you need your partner to take the damn ring off? Like, what? But anyway, that's controlling right there. That should have told her not to be with him. But she told him to take the ring off, and then she went to the office and met up with the dude Robin, who was from the UK, and then they ended up kissing. So they ended with that one. Who else we got? I said Karen, Andy, I said Danny. Who else? Sabrina. So Sabrina ended up hooking up with Calvin. So Calvin came over to Bree house, hooked up with her, laid with her, whatever. They bowed cheeky wow wow and did all that other stuff, child. And they both said they missed each other. And that was pretty much how we ended with them. Jacoby did come to the bank acting all crazy. I'm thinking something gonna happen with that because the way he showed up at the bank was kind of sketch. So I don't know. Then did we see some? Okay, Danny, Karen, Andy, Bree. It's 4 of them, right? I feel like it's 4 of them. I don't know why I'm thinking. Oh, Fatima, because she the 5th one. So then Fatima and Zach, they decided they was going to be in a relationship, and Zach Tima, whatever. That's what everybody calling them, Zach Tima. So or Zactima or what, I don't know, child, something stupid like that. But anyway, they decided they're gonna be in a relationship, and then what is that? Maurice. How can I forget his name? Maurice ended up with dude. What was his name? Y'all tell me. Tell me what his name was. It was a letter. Q. He gonna end up pulling out a gun on Maurice, talking about something he gave for pay, and Maurice need to go into the bank and rob the bank or whatever like that. And so that's pretty much how the last episode ended. So let me see what y'all saying real quick. Yeah, Christopher, I like Preston too. And Danny, she do be doing too much. Uh-huh. Yeah, Jacoby was acting real weird. Let's see that no one elaborated on a forever ring, which is apparently a real thing. That's a real thing? For real? For the kink community. I would have been gone before the ring. Child, that's a real ring? I thought that's some shit Tyler Perry made up. That's for real. I'm gonna look it up. A forever ring. Let me write that down because y'all know my memory ain't shit. Forever ring. I'm gonna look that up because that is some controlling ass shit. Like, why would you do that? Like, when my fingers swell up, they gotta cut the damn ring off because I can't take the damn thing off my finger unless they there. He go on a business trip. How you gonna get the ring off your finger? Child, bye. I did not know that was a real ring though, for real. But yeah, that was the last season. Last episode. I keep saying last season. The last episode. So after that last episode, I guess Tyler Perry had like a sit down with all the cast members, and then he showed clips of the next the rest of the season. So we ended on 12. He usually do like 26 or 25 episodes. So we probably got like 13, 14 more episodes left in the season. So in that clip or that show, I guess it was a 30-minute show. I didn't watch it because I don't usually watch stuff in real time. So I missed it. But somebody, and I'll put the link to the video that I saw the clips at down in the description box after this live is over. So y'all can look at it too. But in that sit down with the cast meeting, he showed the next like a preview, like a 1 minute preview or whatever. Y'all. These next 14 episodes is fitting to be interesting. Okay. So let's start with Danny. Cause they show like a little bit with Danny. Apparently she meeting with El Fuego or something. Remember the guy that Danny was sitting there, was girls' night or whatever, and this dude that they knew in high school or college, they knew in college, and he was, I guess he was heavier than, while he was in college, but then he lost all this weight and became a stripper. That's the guy. So remember, she knew. No, it wasn't Danny. It was Bree. And then Danny was like, "Oh yeah, El Fuego, yeah, he worked at Club Eaton." It looked like Danny was on a date or something with him, because in the preview, it was him and then Danny. Danny was like in this little black dress, like off the shoulder black dress, with her hair like swooped to the front. And he was in her apartment. And then he was being real like sexual with her. And then he kind of turned her around and was rubbing on her body and stuff. I said, don't tell me Danny finna sleep with the goddamn stripper, knowing Preston is in love with her. However, they also showed that in the clips, it didn't show, of course it don't show like when it's going to happen in the order of the show or whatever. Then they have oh, okay. That is some trash. That's probably the only Spanish word Tyler Perry knew, child. But anyway, I'm sorry, Tyler Perry, if you watching this. But then again, I'm not. Because you know you was trash for that. But he was in Danny's apartment doing something with her. Now, the previews can be real misleading and stuff like that. But the way it looked in that damn preview, child. And then they show a clip where Rodeo was like talking to Danny and stuff. And then he had said, and I quote, "Put that wop in my mouth." I said, what? What? See, Rodeo's so cute. And Danny's so, she gonna mess it up with him. So I hope she not trying to sleep with the stripper. Like, tell me she not trying to sleep with the stripper, y'all. I don't know why she would do that. Like, what do she have in common with the stripper that she wouldn't have in common with Rodeo? Because her whole issue with Rodeo is they don't got enough in common. They don't do enough together. Blah, 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 blah. This man treating you right. He paying your rent. What he paid, like 3 months of her rent or something like that. He moved into your little tiny studio damn apartment where you can cook dinner and wash your ass at the same time. Like, girl, if you don't stop playing, and this man up here fighting, and he texting you, he calling you all the time, he doing all the right things, and all you got to say is, "Oh, well, you talk about cattle too much. You talk about this too much." How about you go down there to the rodeo with him, ride some horses or some damn cows or something like that? She be doing too much for me. Like sometimes I like Danny, and then sometimes no. Like in this case, no. Because if she sleep with that goddamn stripper like they had in that damn preview, I'ma cuss her out. I'ma cuss her out. Somehow I don't know how I'ma do it. Because, I ain't got her phone number, nothing like that. But I'm going to follow her on Twitter. And I'm going to cuss her out on Twitter. Boom, there you go. But anyway, that's the two scenes they had showed with her and Rodeo talking about some put your wop in my child boo. But anyway, I said, okay, Rodeo, you been watching a little Cardi B? Okay, I ain't mad at you, baby. But then we seen Zach. Okay, so we see Zach. He looking at houses because his plan is to buy the duplex or something and live in one half of the duplex and then rent the other half out. It's a smart plan because then the half that you renting out is paying for the whole place. So I mean, he got a smart plan, and then he gonna open up other houses and the same way Breaking Chains do or whatever. So what else? So it looked like he was looking at houses or whatever, like a new build. And he with this lady. I'm assuming she a realtor. So he in there looking at the houses and stuff. And he like, oh yeah, this look good, this look good. water lady gonna ask him, and he all dressed up in his suit and stuff, and he looking cute. She gonna talk about some. I just got one question for you. Are you married or whatever? I said, now see, and then he looked like he was about to flirt back with her. I said, now look, now you just got with Fatima, and Fatima don't play. Okay, she's straight from Philly, West Side. So I'm from West Philly, but anyway. She from Philly. She do not play. She will pull out a knife, a gun, stab you, shoot you, and punch you in the face all at the same time. So he better not play with Fatima. Okay. And then we saw a scene where Karen and Zach, Zach is in Karen's office. And I guess they was having this conversation. And he looking all sad in the face. And she like, did you hear me? He was like, yeah, I heard you. Rumor is Karen might be pregnant. What y'all think about that? Now, if Karen pregnant, who the baby daddy? Because she slept with Zach and she slept with Aaron not that far apart. So if that's the storyline Tyler trying to run with, who the baby daddy? Y'all tell me. Let me see what you saying, Christopher. Preston's too functional for her. Yeah, She used to sugar and homosexuals. Also, Preston was never into livestock till Tyler. Oh, and Danny never says anything interesting. Exactly. All she do is talk about weed. So why she don't be, you're right. She don't talk about nothing but weed, drinking, and somebody buying her groceries. So like, girl, bye. He got more interesting stories. Like, she need to be listening to him and trying to do other stuff. And I don't know what did they say Preston did in the beginning. I don't even remember. I just know they own a farm. His family rich, so I guess they own the farm or whatever. But I don't know. You know how Tyler be changing the storyline up every blue moon, child. So who knows what the original storyline is with Preston? But you're right. He is just too stable for her, and she need to either get on the bus or get off because she getting on my nerves with him. DW, child, I'm telling you now. Like I said, I'm put the link where I saw the clip at because it was in somebody reviewing stuff and he had to break it up, but you'll see. But it sounds like Karen is pregnant by not pregnant by, but pregnant. And I'm like, but by who? Because you know how Tyler be doing stuff, child. So Tyler, because you don't know if it's the same day, the same week, the same month, child. But if she pregnant, because she had sex with Zach in the office next to the perm, and she had sex with Aaron like a couple days later. So if she pregnant, who she pregnant by? Who the baby daddy? Who the baby daddy? I just want to know who the baby daddy is. Let's see. Today's character is stereotypical. Like she's thicker, dark skin, and all they can do with the characters make her joke. Yeah, that's true. They always do have the large women play like the funny character and stuff like that. That's true. Karen being pregnant would be a good way to keep Zach and Aaron in the even though the triangles play. I agree. Also remember the problem when Karen's OBGYNs. Oh yeah. But if it's Zach's baby, you know he gonna stay because he just that type of guy. And if it's Aaron's baby, he gonna want to stay too. So this gonna be interesting. So I mean, I can see Tyler going in that route of her being pregnant and trying to figure out, because that's like typical Tyler Perry that he do stuff like that. And then she wind up pregnant with twins and both of them the baby daddy. Like I can see that. So we'll see, child. We will see. I think that was, and then it was like a little small clip when Aaron and Karen fighting, and Aaron was basically telling Karen, like, it seemed like you got a lot going on and you don't know what you want or something like that. I said, Lord, now was trouble with them two. So, who else did we see? We saw Gary still talking dumb shit. Like, boy, like, that whole scene with him with the sex therapist and the girl riding on top of him and simulating sex, like, that was just crazy to me. Like, that was just ridiculous to me. And why would he even do that? Like, he got a problem with her going out to dinner with another guy, But yeah, you thought it was smart to be every season. Finally, y'all say Karen is pregnant. But I'm telling you, if you saw Cornelius, look here. If you saw the clip, the way she was like, "Well, did you hear me?" And he was like, "Yeah," looking all sad. Because what point would, why would he need to go back to the shop? He already said what he needed to say at the end of the episode. What was it, 12? He already had this. He already said what he needed to say. He already gave her that fat ass check, which I hope she hurried up in cash. Not like, he gonna go broke. But shit, the way he's spending money, who knows, child. But he gave her that fat check. He basically said, "We not doing this no more. I'm done with you. Like, deuces. I'm with Fatima. Blah blah blah." And then he went to Fatima's house. So what will be the point of him going back to the shop? And then he was in like a different suit, so it wasn't like the same day or nothing. Why would he go back to the shop to talk to her unless she called him up and was saying like, "We got some, I got something to tell you." But like I said, we never know what Tyler Perry's timeline is because they just had sex last week. How she know she pregnant already? I mean, like, she rubbed the crystal ball and was like, "You know what? Yeah, it's the baby up in there." Like, I just don't know because that's not how any of this works. But who knows if she pregnant or not? I don't know. That's how it seemed like the storyline might go. I don't know. I don't know Cornelius. I'm just speculating and stuff like that. But it seemed like that's how the storyline gonna go. I just hope Miss Lisa doesn't return to read Aaron again unfairly. I wish I wouldn't have to see Angela Beyonce do the weird boot. I cannot act it once Pam finds out. Child. Pam is funny. I like Pam. She be cracking me up. And child, Miss Lisa in the woods with that young guy. We ain't never heard from her since she went on that trip to the woods. We need to make sure she okay. We ain't heard from her since she was in the woods with that youngin. He did something to her, child. But and the youngin, the one who told Zach about chain breakers, and we ain't never seen him again. So what's going on in the woods? But anyway, back to Gary and his shenanigans. He did all that, and then it looked like he was mad with Andy because it looked like the damn therapist, didn't she kick the therapist out? It looked like the therapist was still there. And he was yelling at her, yelling at Andy, talking about something. "You want me to get mad? You want me to get angry? Yada, yada, yada." So I'm like, didn't they already kick the therapist out the house? Or was the therapist still in the house when Andy went to the office? Because she went to the office to seduce Robin, because y'all can't tell me no different. So I'm like, what's going on, child? But I don't know if they put that clip out of order or something. I don't know. But it looked like she went back home, and then the therapist was still there next to Gary, and Gary was yelling at Andy about something. So I don't know. I hope Andy ain't go back to the house or the apartment telling Gary like, "Look, I met up with Robin, yada yada yada," because I hope she's not that slow. But yeah, and then we saw Robin and Andy. They was making out in the office. We saw that at the end of season 12. Lord have mercy. I said season 12. No, Jesus. We don't need 12 seasons of the sisters. We don't need that, Lord. We don't need 12 seasons of sisters. Episode 12, we saw that. But we saw Fatima talking to Robin in the hallway in this clip, and Fatima was telling Robin that Andy is faithful, she's loyal, and all this other stuff. And then Robin looked like he was about to spill the tea to Fatima and was just like, "Is she really?" I said, "Oh." So is he about to tell Fatima that they slept together? Because they did show a clip with Andy and Robin in the same bed. It looked like it was, I don't know if it was no. I hope it was the Andy apartment. It might have been a hotel. I don't know where they were, but Robin was in the bed. Andy was standing up in her lingerie, and then Robin was like, "Well, we want to do it again." And she was like, "Well, who is we?" And then somebody was opening up the door coming into the room. I said, "Oh, Andy gonna be in a threesome, girl." I mean, I would like to see it because Andy is sexy. But I mean, shit, we ain't Look, I'm just telling the truth here. But I'm like, well, who the hell gonna pop out? And they did not show who was gonna pop out the door. They didn't show who popped out the door. But like I'm trying to figure out like who would it be? Would it be like some big surprise? I know it ain't gonna be Fatima. It ain't gonna be Gary ass. Cause you know, men don't they don't ever want to have no threesome with another man involved, child. It always gotta be a woman and a man. Like you be like, well, let me get another man and no, we can't be slinging dingalangs together. Like, ugh, child, bye. Anyway, that was off. Whatever. But like, so I don't know. So I guess Robin gonna try to talk to Andy about sleeping with somebody else, and is Andy gonna go for it? Because Andy sometimes be real gullible. She be kind of gullible sometimes. So we'll see. But I think that was pretty much it for them in the clip. And then who else we got? I said Karen, I said Zach, I said Danny, I said Andy, Bree. So Bree in this Calvin story, y'all know how I feel about that. Like, I'm so over them. I'm so over them. Let's see. What you say, Christopher? Tyler literally jumped from late 2019, early 2020 to 2021, and then had the nerve to have Pam bring up COVID with no mask, no hand washing, no discussion about Atlanta's policies. No, child, that's Tyler Perry. He want to touch on what he want to touch on, and you ain't never lied. But you know the timeline with Tyler, we just never know. And somebody was telling me because they watch, I want to say the Have and the Have Nots. And they were saying like the way he set stuff up is supposed to be like a soap opera. But my thing is, a soap opera comes on, or the stories or whatever you want to call it, they come on every day. These shows don't come on every day. So when you watch it, it just be like, well, is we in the same day? Like what's supposed to, what's going on? Now, if he had it coming on every day or something like that, it would make sense. But the show come on once a week. You need to move stuff along. Child, the timeline be so slow. It's slow at one point, and then like you said, it be speeding up. Because then you be like, well, has it been a week? Has it been 2 weeks? Like, what's going on? Is it the next day? Like, what the hell is we doing? What year is this? Like, you don't be knowing what's going on with Tyler Perry. That's why I'm like, if Karen is pregnant, has some time passed between the episode 12 to episode 13, like what's the timeline in between? Is we gonna get something on the screen that said like 3 months later, 6 months later? Like what we gonna see? Or is it just gonna be the next day? So cause Tashi pregnant and she just had sex with the dude, what, 2 days ago? Like make it make sense. So we just never know with him. Robin's out of line for disrespecting Andy, but Andy so MF and dysfunctional. They need to be ancient history like Helena and her bank. Andy needs emergency heavy duty things. She do. And for her to be a lawyer, she be so dumb. I don't need her doing my cases. And what kind of lawyer is she? Because is she a divorce attorney? Because it seemed like the first episode, she was a divorce attorney, right? And then in the other episodes, it seemed like she want to do like civil suits and all these other stuff. Because remember, Karen, well, you don't watch the show, but no, DW, it's on my list of things to watch. I heard it is real good, but I have not watched it. And I also want to watch it come on Stars. BMF. I want to watch that too because I heard both of those are good. But it's on my list of things to watch. But I do need to watch it. And then I'm behind on other shows that I'm supposed to review, like Love After Lockup. Y'all did not get that on Friday. I need to watch that on Friday and do a review. So it'll probably be a combo for that. But I do really want to watch it. Are you watching it? How you think you like it? And I do want to. A new show is coming out October 19th or 20 something. The next week, what's Wednesday? I don't even know when. The dates be just merging in together. So I don't have no calendar in front of me. But the new show Eve and Notori Lawton and all that other stuff. I want to watch that, and I think I might review that. So I think it's called Queens. I might review that, and it comes on not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that. So I'm gonna watch that and see how I like it. If it's not really flowing after the first episode, then I probably won't watch it. But if it's giving me a little something, something, I'll watch it. It's slow moving and the acting isn't great, but the storylines are juicy. Ooh, I like a juicy storyline. So it sounds like it's kind of like Terry. Who the hell is Terry? Tyler Perry-ish. So I'll watch it. I'll watch it because his storylines be good, but his acting and everything is trash. It's just straight trash, straight trash. Oh, I don't watch the Oval, Christopher. I watched the Oval, and it took one season to get through 1 week in administration. We just finished season 2, and we're only a month. See, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like he does, the way Tyler Perry sets it up, it's supposed to be like a story or it's the soap operas, but it don't come on every day, so it just feel like it's dragging. And then when you watch it, you like, well, damn, we still on in the same day. It just feel like it's dragging. He need to write stuff. He need writers, and we be saying this forever, child. He needs writers to write and move his dialogue along because it just be dragging. And then the scenes, you be having one scene with freaking, let's say Aaron and Karen, they want to talk about the same damn thing. Oh no, but you go. No, you go. No, what about me? I'm going to be a gentleman and you go. No, what I want to be a lady and you. So we got 5 minutes and nobody talking, and then it's like, come on, like, can we speed this up along? That's the thing about Tyler Perry. Like, that's why I literally can only watch one Tyler Perry show, because it would just irritate the hell out of me if I watch more and more and more. I can't. His shows irritate me to the point where it's just like, But Sisters, the storyline is so juicy. And I like the characters, or the character development, we speed it up along. But, child, it just be like, oh my God. Because, like, after a while, I'll just stop typing and just start watching. And just, because all they doing is repeating the same shit. So I just be like, whatever. Yes, but don't review it if it's too much on your plate. I'm gonna look at it and check it out, but like I said, if it ain't giving me what I wanted to give, then I ain't probably gonna watch it. But what else? Cause like that's how I dropped Love and Hip Hop, because it wasn't giving me. It was just like, it was boring and it was dragging. So I was just like, you know what? I can't review this no more. So y'all know I'll just drop something if I can't really watch it. Like Married at First Sight is really dragging for me, and that's why I haven't given y'all nothing. I watched it, but I took notes, but I'm so over it. I need to know how a Black woman who's one of the most acclaimed divorce attorneys in a Black Mecca like Atlanta can be so thick as child. And that's what she, an acclaimed divorce attorney, because she's trying to take on the case where Jasmine is suing Karen and suing everybody else. So she talking about something, she gonna handle that. So is she a divorce attorney or like what? Because Jasmine is doing like a civil suit or something against her, but she talking about she gonna handle it. Like, child, ain't nobody got time for it. I limit myself to the over. I don't know how you watch 2 shows. I don't know why you watch 2 Tyler. You a hero, because I don't know how you watch 2 Tyler Perry shows. I cannot. The ads look juicy, so I messed around and got invested. Now I have to see how this. Yeah, it'll draw you in, because that's how I fell on Sisters. I was like, all right, let me watch this, because let me see what this is about. And I watched it in that first episode. I said, dang. All right, I gotta watch the next one. It will keep you involved, but the acting and the way it just be dragging out, child, he can save that. And this whole Bree with Calvin thing, I'm over them. So we saw Bree with Calvin, and we saw them in the bed in episode 12. So they was in the bed, they bowed Chicky Wow Wow and stuff like that. And then in this clip, we see Bree at the bank with Maurice, and Maurice telling Bree that that you in love with, you jealous over him because you in love with that man or something like that. And Bree is like, You know you can be jealous and not be in love with somebody or whatever. And then in another piece of the clip, we saw Calvin. He came out like it was Bree, Maurice in Maurice's apartment, and Calvin came out his bedroom with no shirt on. I don't know if he had drawers on or not. But the girl Peggy, the white chick, they was in a gay bar, and she said that they bring people in or something. I don't know. But remember that girl, the black hair, white chick, whatever. She was coming out of Calvin's room, and it looked like she ain't had no clothes on. So what happened? So is Calvin and Bree not dating, or are they dating? They just sleeping around with people? Like, what's going on with that? But I'm so over that storyline because now it's like, are they not together? Are they together? Like, why would he be coming out the room with Peggy if he's so in love with Bree? Because then he tell Bree he loved her at the end of the season finale, the mid-season finale. Like, what is going on, child? But that's all they pretty much show with Bree and Calvin. Praise God. And then we saw Fatima and Hayden. We saw it was a clip of Fatima and Hayden. And she was saying, like, I'm trying to figure out how I can get rid of this MF and Elf, how this MF and Elf be found. You know, Fatima be going off on Hayden. And Hayden's so stupid. He just be taking it. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, you got jokes. Okay. I'm like, boy, you so stupid. So who knows what's going to happen with them? But I know in the preview that we saw on the show, he came in her office talking about I hope he ain't on nothing, he ain't doing nothing illegal and all this other stuff. So I'm like, if Hayden Fatima don't want you, like, is it? I know it's guys out here that be nagging like that. But damn, how many times she got to slap you in the face telling you she don't want you for you to understand that she don't want you? Like, she don't like you like that, champ. Like, move on. Like, whoever she date, she don't want you. She said your sex was trash. She said you a little elf. She said you ain't hitting it. She don't want you. She done told you in every way possible that she don't want you. She done played you 2 times in her house, invite you over for wine and stuff like that, and then she kick you out. So when you gonna get the message that Fatima don't want you? Like, he be doing too much. I wish they give Hayden a backbone, because this is just sad. This is sad. Like, really, really sad. I like Calvin, but I've been over Calbrina. Sabrina will nope. She will never take Calvin seriously as a potential nope at all. And she's nope. She's not about to check her friends because what's this? Danny be playing him all the time. Not Panty Boy. Oh, not him. Not the one with the red drop. She be playing Calvin all the time. And not Andy. Bree don't say nothing. She don't say nothing. And if that's supposed to be your man, you need to check your friends. So, like, stop. Yup, she also called his wine cheap. Now he look like he on base. Cornelius, you funny. He do look like his suits just look too big. Like he got him at the child. He just look unkept. He just look unkept. The old one sisters both try me, but I work in restaurants, so I'm used to that frustrated feeling. Glutton for punishment. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, but not as much as a needy. Hayden is needy. It just looks so sad. He just be fine. Now, Fatima, she a bad girl. She a bad chick, okay? But the way he just be following behind her, like he ain't never smelled no ussy or nothing before ever in his entire life. Like she was maybe she took his virginity. Maybe that's what it is. Because you know, they say when you give it up to somebody, you bind like real, like, you know, maybe he got that soul tie. She ain't got the soul tie. She, you know, she washed it away. You know, she pissed that out when she went to the bathroom. But he got that soul tie. He is stuck on her because he act like he ain't never seen no woman. They in Atlanta. Like he act like he ain't never seen no black woman with no big booty. Like what is wrong with him? It's just sad. It's just so sad. And he keep following behind her. Like, boy, she don't want you. Like when she find out, I mean now when he find out Fatima and Zach is really a couple, he gonna lose his MFN mind. Child. Cause now I can't wait to see Fatima cuss his ass out. And she always cussing him out. Like she always. Then she just tell this boy she don't play and she got her gun. Then she tell him and Zach that. Like, stop. Stop. Like, stop. So why? Just why? Just why? I don't understand what he, maybe she gotta shoot him. No, that's too violent. That's too violent. I don't condone violence like that. Don't be shooting people, y'all. But maybe she shoot him in the foot. He probably still try to chase after her though, because he looked like that type. I just don't understand what his problem is. What's to say? Calvin needs to go back to Peggy and stay with her. She's actually into him and will let his freak. True, true, true. Because Peggy is a freak. Because she ain't had no shame. She was just like, okay, let's get that one. Let's get that. Let's go over here. Let's do whatever. And she free. But I feel like she free. Like she don't really want to be in no relationship free. But for real, Bree don't want to be in a relationship either because she been hurt and all that other stuff. But Calvin claimed he want to be in a relationship. That's why I understand where the clip is coming from, where he walking out the bedroom with Peggy and Bree is there. Like, but you said you wanted to be with Bree, so I guess you don't gotta wait for nobody. But if you claim you wanted to be with Bree and then you just came over to our house unannounced, like Bree be answering her door too many damn times for me, and then it be at all times of the night. Like we don't call. Like what the fuck? But she just be answering her door, letting people in at all times of the night. So he was just over there. So I don't know where the clip I saw show him with Peggy. Like I don't know, but it's gonna be some weird shit in these last 13 to 14 episodes. And I'm here for it. I cannot wait until Wednesday. It's probably gonna start off slow. We're gonna pick back up with Karen and Aaron sitting on the couch, with Andy still in the office kissing Robin. Who was where? Danny still sitting at the table eating the meal. And then that's another thing. Preston be cooking for her. Like, girl, you got this man cooking food for you. You ain't never had no food in your fridge ever until you met Preston. And now you trying to push him away. How you gonna get groceries, Danny? How you gonna eat? How is you gonna eat, girl? Because it seems like she don't cook. So like us. So anyway, we're gonna see Danny still sitting at the table eating. I don't know what. Oh, Fatima and Zach was talking on the couch. And who else, child? We said Bree was still gonna be in the bed with Calvin. Andy gonna be with Robin. Danny gonna be eating, and Karen gonna be on the couch with Aaron. So that that's how it's gonna pick up, child. That's how it's gonna pick up because it's gonna be that same day. Oh God, I'm not ready for that. But hopefully we'll see something else. And I didn't see no clips with Maurice and Q. It didn't show it. It showed Maurice in the bank with Bree. But if he robbed a bank, he wouldn't be sitting there or standing there talking to Bree, just having like a casual conversation. So it didn't show what happened with Q and Maurice, because that ish was crazy as hell at the end, where Q talking about something he gave for pay, which is not strange because that makes sense. Because Q be on the street, he a hustler or whatever like that. He gonna get the money the fastest way he can. And if he see that he can get it by being gay or sleeping with whoever, whatever, he gonna do that. He gonna play his role. So that didn't really surprise me. But him pulling out a gun on Maurice, talking about something, we gonna rob the bank, that was a bit of a stretch. Like, how you think you gonna get? First of all, the bank got cameras. So how you think you gonna just walk into the bank like Mauritius gonna go in there, put all the money in his damn brassiere and walk out? Like, how you thought that was going to happen? He know you, he know your name. He gonna find the bartender gonna know where he stay at or whatever because the bartender seem to know everything about everybody, child. So I don't really understand how that's gonna play out with Q trying to rob the bank with Maurice. Like I don't, y'all help me try to make that make sense because it just don't make sense to me. Um, Hayden doesn't look like he doesn't bathe, but his overlarge suits don't hide his being short. He seems like he's wearing a hand-me-down or second-hand suit. Exactly. It looked like he went to the thrift store. Nothing wrong with the thrift store because you know you can get some cute stuff out of there. But he looked like he brought to a bigger size and it don't fit. And it just don't look right. It's not well fitted on him. Like, why he can't get a fitted suit? Like he wearing his big brother clothes or something. He just looked unkept. He just looked unkept. It's just like, I don't know. So I guess that's supposed to make him less desirable or something. I guess that's why Tyler put him in the big suit or whatever like that to make him look less desirable. But he just looked unkept. He just don't look like he making the money that a lawyer making. Like he doing pro bono cases. Like what is he doing? Like because that building. You know they making millions anytime they trying to pay Andy hush money in the millions. Like you know they making bank. So why is he dressing like that? I just don't understand it. And then he got the cheap one. I mean, he can. She was like with your cheap ass swine. That shit was funny to me. Anyway, let's see. Sabrina really needs to draw some boundaries at her big age. Most of this seems like it's but that's how Tyler Perry writes. So that's just how he write. And it she ain't never been with nobody like Calvin. And it's nothing wrong with Calvin, but she's never experienced no one free with their body, free to experience different things. It seemed like she ain't never been with nobody who knew somebody that was gay, but I'm like, you work with Maurice and he gay. So it's just weird. It's like she act like, oh, you had gay fathers? Oh, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's a big shock, like people got gay parents or something like that. Like I don't know. It just make it seem like they date her. Tyler Perry dates her and doesn't put her in the she act like somebody from like a small town who ain't never seen black people or seen gay people or nothing like that before. That's how Sabrina acts. Like, oh my God, you do stuff like, oh my God, like, what? Like, that's how she act. And that's irritating as hell. And then she'd be so dumb sometimes. It's like, okay, let's just sit down and talk. Girl, ain't nobody sitting down and talking. Sometimes you need to scream and argue and cuss and fuss and all that other stuff. Like, say stuff. And then she's such a flip-flopper. She don't never know what side she want to be on, and it's just like, Bree, just shut up. Just shut up. She gets on my nerves, child. She really gets on my nerves. I was already over Maurice for being such a stereotype drawn for better shows, and I'm even more done with him for entertaining a man. He knows that part. That part. He stole Calvin's checkbooks and gave it out to people. It's not like he stole it and was trying to write a check on it. He stole it and gave it to his friend. He was giving blank checks to people. So who knows? Because he came to the bank trying to cash what, 50,000 or something stupid. Who knows how many checks he gave out to people? He probably sold them checks. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? So Calvin money was just writing the checks and going to different branches, stuff like that. Now, of course, the checks bounced because he had put a stop to it or whatever. But who knows how many checks he passed out because he stole from your roommate who's supposed to be your quote unquote friend, stole from him. And then you want to talk about something, oh, you ain't going to send him to jail and all this other stuff. Okay, maybe you ain't want to send him to jail, but you want to make it make sense. you wanna what? Like, come on, you bow chicky wow with the enemy. Like, what is you doing? And so him being like the whole pulling out the gun stuff, like I said, that's a big stretch. But don't be surprised when this man tell you that he gave to pay and you fall. He was like falling in love. You can't tell me Maurice wasn't falling in love with Q. Like, you cannot tell me he was not. Because he was like, oh, my baby's here. Let me cook some dinner. Like, he really thought he was about to have a whole boyfriend. And it's like, but he was stealing. He a hustler. He damn near a prostitute or a call worker, whatever the hell you calling it nowadays, child. I don't know. I know a hoe is a hoe is a hoe. But he doing all that and you was trying to wife him, like, stop. Stop. Mm-mm. Has been about half your advice. Because she just need to shut up. Sabrina be getting on my nerves. She be saying stuff at the wrong time. Well, I'll be just shut up, girl. Shut up. Oh, well, what's happening? Like, she don't be knowing stuff, and then when she try to get all rah rah, it just don't work. The only time where she got rah rah, and I was like, okay, go Bree, is when she hit what was that dude name? Was it Alfonso or Alonzo? Something like that. When she hit him in the head with a bottle, child, I died. I said, now see, that's the Brie I like. But all this, she acting like she ain't never seen gay people. She act like she ain't never seen a cow before. She just be acting dumb. Like, girl, you and who like if the man bisexual, he bisexual. Like, who cares? Like, you want to date him or no? Like, come on. I'm so tired of that storyline. I'm so glad they finally got over that because I was tired of that storyline. And I know she gonna get on my nerves in this next half of the season. So I'm gonna brace myself. I'm gonna brace myself, child, because I already know she gonna be saying something dumb or trying to get this and trying to give advice where advice don't need to be given and all this other stuff. She's trying to give Andy advice, but yet you can't even give yourself advice with this man Calvin. Like, girl, shut up. You don't even know what you want to do with your life. Like, you want to be with him, you don't want to be with him. You up here screwing goddamn Jacoby on your kitchen counter, and you dry as a damn desert. And child, don't let me get started. Don't get me started. Also, Maurice was always talking about being desired by all these straight men. Mm-hmm. But he was rushing to cuff Q. Just rushing. Okay. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure he is connected to it because you see, it was a small circle, or shit. It wouldn't even surprise me if goddamn Jacoby behind it. Like, because he was just weird the way he popped up, talking about something. Oh, please, Bree, forgive me, Bree. Please, Bree. Why do you care, sir? That was irritating. Like, why do you care so much? Like, is you going to jail? Like, you got fired? Like, you was wrongfully fired. Yes, I agree. They should have just suspended him, wrote him up or whatever, because it's not like Calvin ain't coming, charged him or whatever like that. Calvin was the aggressor in this. And, Jacoby was just like, hold up, you ain't going to talk to her like that. And then, Calvin spun around like, oh, I was just like, so, yeah, but he should have got suspended and got a write-up. He shouldn't have got fired. But him going off, well, you sexually harassed me and yada, yada, yada to an empty bank, and now he all apologizing like it was on Facebook or Twitter or something like that. Like, dude, you doing too much. Like, Tyler, let that go. But if he come back, if Jacoby come back to the bank, it's either to rob it or to blow that bitch up. I'm telling you, because he a little off. Maurice was putting it on him, and he thought it was so good he could get it for free. Child, I don't know. Maurice seemed like he was surprised when Q said he was gay for pay, but I'm like, because he was like, well, you need to get out of here because you're not getting any. And I'm like, why didn't you notice though? He a hustler. He do stuff. Like, why wouldn't this be like, okay, well, is I'm a trick to him? Because even the way he came in the room, it wasn't even on no like, oh, it wasn't on no lovey-dovey romantic type stuff. It was basically like he pulled his pants down and Maurice was like, oh, and, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know why Maurice thought it was going to be something romantic, like a relationship. Like, I don't know why he thought he was going somewhere. But that whole we robbing the bank shit, child, bud, Tyler don't go here. He should have scratched that out the script. The people, I don't even know why the people read that in the script. I'd have been like, you know what, Tyler? Let's just not. Let's do something else. They can't give no feedback. Child, I'd have got fired on the first day because I'd have been like, so this no. Let me do a little proofread in here. No, we're not going to say that. Let's say this instead, and let's speed this conversation up. He'd have been like, you know what, you got to go. You got to go. You can't. Like I'd have got fired on the first day, child. But he needs some writers. Can we? I think I might. No, I ain't gonna tweet him. He might block me or something like that. I don't need to get blocked. You know, I don't think I've been blocked on Twitter before, and I definitely don't need to be blocked by Tyler Perry because that just be embarrassing. But I mean, like nobody would know. But I probably would tell y'all because then I would feel like I'm big or something like that. But yeah. But anyway, let me read this comment, y'all. The Jabrina not the Jabrina. You and these names, Christopher again. The Jabrina clown conflict was too interesting. A potential storyline to be wrapped up with that trifling letter. He better be involved with the robbery. So, yes, that okay. That was. It was just like all he did was give her a letter, and then it was just like that's it. So I'm telling you, if he's not involved, he gonna be involved in either a robbery or he blowing up the bank. It gotta be something spectacular. Cause him begging Sabrina to forgive him, and then I'm not gonna finish until you forgive me. I'll be back until you forgive. Boy, why do you care so much? Like, who is Bree to you? Like, she don't want you. She don't like you. She basically said your ding dong was trash because she was just like, we ain't did nothing. I'm like, but we had saw him, girl. And then he was in the fridge just like swinging. Like, girl, we saw it. But she denying it. So you know it was trash. You know when people be denying numbers and stuff like that, that it's trash. It's trash. So he just need to let it go. Either rob the bank or blow it up. Just do that. Just do that. That's what he did in like 2008. Laugh out right. Child, somebody need to write for him. Somebody need to write for him. I'm telling you. Also, that letter came on the same day. IIRC. Child. Yeah, it did. The same day. The same day. It sure did. Because it was nighttime. Because he came over late at night. Because she be answering the door late that goddamn night. He came over late at night. And he blew up in the bank that child. So that was a real fast apology. He didn't have time to file no lawsuit or nothing. And she was so worried. Oh God, my job. Now that would have been a good storyline. Like that should have kept going. It should have kept going. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose my job. The supervisor should have came to her and be like, Sabrina, we got this paperwork on you. She should have got suspended. Like it should have been more to it than him coming back that night and apologizing and being like, you know what, I was tripping. My bad. Like Tyler Perry dropped the bomb on that. I agree. He dropped the bomb on that because that could have really went somewhere. And then maybe later on, he could have been like, you know what, XYZ, I'm dropping the charges or something like that. But it should have went on a little bit longer than that night. I didn't even realize that. You was right. It did. He said it in the daytime. And then at night, he apologized. And then Calvin got knocked out that day. And then he maybe it was the next day he came over. I want to say it was the next day because then they go to the restaurant or something. And then, so maybe the next day he came over and stuff and they made up. So, child, Tyler got to get it together. He be wrapping up stuff so fast. It's like, sir, if you want to drag stuff on, let it go on with a dope ass storyline, and then we could be like, all right, yeah, bet. But he just wraps stuff up so fast. They don't even wrap shit up in the stories that fast. Like, shoot, I ain't watched Days of Our Lives in a minute, but I bet you if I turn it on, I can catch up real quick. Like, so he need to. Stefano still running the streets and goddamn Days of Our Lives. If he's still alive, I don't know for real. But if he gonna run the shows like a soap opera, then he need to keep it up, and don't drop the ball because that'll been a bomb ass storyline, y'all. That'll been a bomb ass storyline. But I've been on here for an hour. Jesus, my throat feel like it too. But thank y'all for watching. Everybody that came out, thank you for coming in. And why did he shout that dramatically in empty ass back? Christopher, it wasn't nobody in the bank but Maurice, Bree, and Jacob. I said that in my damn interview because in my review, because he was like, y'all heard it, y'all see. I said, sir, it ain't nobody here. Like, what is you doing? Like, come on. Like, he be doing too much. So, like, and I guess because it was COVID, he couldn't really have no extras. But then again, before COVID really like popped off, it really wasn't nobody in that bank. Like, is the bank functional? Like, Tyler need more extras in the bank. Let me be an extra in the bank. Child, I'm gonna show out. Y'all gonna know I was in the damn show. I'm telling you. Because I'm like, I'm trying to cash my check. I'm gonna be doing all that, y'all. I'm gonna be real ghetto and loud. Anyway, let's see what's to say. Also, there's more to these characters than just who they're entangled with. He could have really said something about workplace harassment. Yup. Or whatever he calls them being exactly. Like he dropped the bomb on that whole entire storyline. Cause that I would have really liked to see with Bree and Jacoby. I would have liked to see that. And he could have been like, she wrongfully fired me because she's sleeping with this dude and he came up here and yada yada yada. Like, What do you think about the actor who plays Jacoby? Oh, they dating in real life? Dating the actress who plays Andy and oh, that's cute. Okay. I ain't seen that, but I want to blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna look up the pictures because Jacoby is not bad looking. He just had them fake tattoos on his neck, which made him look crazy. But Andy, she's a pretty girl, so that's a real cute. That's a real cute couple right there. Okay, I ain't mad at him. Yeah, I ain't mad at him at all because she cute and he cute, so that's a cute couple right there. I just know in these shows they be acting real dumb. And Andy was in another movie. I'm assuming it was Tyler Perry based because he reuses the same actors and actresses. She was playing a dumbass role then too. So I'm like, girl. I don't know where the comment went. It ain't pop up over here yet. Okay, he drops the ball on all these storylines and it's tragic this far. Exactly. Like he been doing this for so long and he just dropping the ball, dropping the ball. Because I'm telling you, that would have been a dope ass storyline. Her losing her job, being suspended, him coming up, and then he had that he could show proof that she fired, at least do the fired thing, even if he wasn't going to say it was harassment. He could have not fired her. He could have sued her for wrongful firing because the only reason why she fired him was because he punched Calvin in the face. So he could have been like, oh, well, she's sleeping with him. That's the only reason why she fired me. He got up in her face. I was trying, you know what I'm saying? It could have been more than what it was. And then Tyler really dropped the ball on that. If he can't write the lines, at least put up some polls so you can get your viewers to interact and let you know. But Tyler seemed like the type where he's so high up in his ego, he's not going to take no advice from nobody. And that's just sad because he is talented. He didn't get where he is off, nothing at all. But I mean, for real, he got to where he is off Medea. You ain't gonna tell me no different. I said it, I'm gonna say it again. Medea is what really put Tyler Perry on top because if he ain't had that Medea character, I don't really think he would have went too far. I mean, he did the chicken circus or the whatever circus you call it, the plays and stuff like that. But if Medea was not the main character in those plays and stuff, it wouldn't have went too far. But he's and his storylines then sucked or whatever. But he needs feedback, and it's okay to say look, I need help writing. It's okay to be can you look over this and proofread this and get a little feedback and stuff. But he's just so stuck in his ways, child, and he's just gonna be writing trashy stuff. His actors ain't gonna be able to do what they need to do to be better actresses and actors because he just put them in this little box. So like it kind of sucks for them because then they'll just always be in the Tyler Circle chitlin. That's what it is. Just gonna be in that little circle and that square, and he gonna keep rotating them. Yeah, they gonna still get money and pay and stuff because they gonna work for Tyler Perry. But are they gonna be able to branch out in different movies and big stuff or whatever? I don't think so because they not really getting what they deserve as far as actresses and actors. But let me get off my soapboxes. Who is me? I ain't even know nobody film except for YouTube. But hey, I like it right here. Anyway, y'all, let me get off of here because it is I've been on here for an hour and 5 minutes. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about this rest of the half of season 3. What's y'all predictions? If everybody that's watching the playback, y'all put it down there in them comments. And if y'all are not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button on your way out. And thank you for everybody who came to watch my live, my first live. Yay, I think I did good. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for watching me today. Real hearts, real kisses. And I will see y'all in my review. I'm going to try to get through Married at First Sight. And I'm going to present that to y'all. But if I can't, y'all just send me a prayer. I was trying to get through it. What you say, Chris? I'm going to read this last comment. A few of them move beyond Tyler Perry, but none of them will actually come up off his work. True. And that's sad because they have the talent. You can tell like some of them got the talent. Like Duvall, Zach, the one who plays Zach, he's funny. Like I watch him on Instagram. He is real funny and stuff like that. But how we going to see that if he playing this F-boy on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, y'all. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here because I can go on and on and on about this. But y'all take care. Y'all have a good night. And I will see y'all at either the Married at First Sight, Love After Lockup, and I will definitely see y'all next Wednesday for Sisters. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.